Okay, try to squeak out a live stream today. It's Wednesday, September 29th at 1:25, 1:26 p.m. And we get the disclaimer out of the way real quick. This is not financial advice. This is only to be used for entertainment purposes. I am not your financial advisor. So, let's take a look. Million token. This should be a quick stream today. I mean, I did one like 2 days ago, so not much has changed. We're still trading in the box here. Right now we're actually below $14. Looks like it must have just flipped. We're at $13.95. And so before I get looking at Bitcoin, I'll just mention this. This is on the 12-hour chart. Somebody on the Discord posted a couple of days ago that there was a bullish divergence on the RSI, and it's still playing out. Thanks Skittles for mentioning that. And so, yeah, we got a low here and a high here on the RSI with like 4 touch points. So the RSI is going up, but the price is going sideways or down. So that's usually a bullish sign. Like we're ready to break out. Like I felt like we were going to break out here in September 19th, and I thought we were going to break out here September 24th. But you know, Bitcoin had a downturn, so let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick. I'm kind of leaning now toward on the bearish side for a couple of reasons. Like, well, we couldn't break this neckline up here at 53,000. And I felt like, you know, why did the bears decide to buy here? It was because that was the golden pocket type thing. So I feel like they could have actually let the price drop a lot more, but they didn't. So I think they want to rally and then dump more. But if that plays out, I'm trying to get this on the 4-hour chart. A couple YouTubers are talking about this descending triangle here. So the more times we test this bottom, the more likely it's going to break to the downside. And we're coming from, you know, a descending price patterns, which is more likely it's going to break down. But not necessarily, because you could say where there was a descending triangle right here and we broke up. But yeah, we rolled over. We could be doing the same thing. And this is kind of why I think we might roll over. So, you know, if you take something like this pole here from the bottom to the top of the height of the triangle and you think we're going to break down, we can break down to these lower levels of 36,000 and a half, maybe. If we broke up, let's say we break up here somewhere, you know, we could be back at this green line, you know, resistance support, and that was at 46,000 or so. But, you know, if we break down, which is more likely, we come to this level here of around 37,000. And, you know, previous videos, I was showing the fib levels. Let's take a low to the high. And, you know, that goes a little bit below this golden pocket of 37,521 to 38,271. And that's also support over here back in August 6th. So, I mean, if it plays out, it'll play out perfectly. You know, because usually dips get bought up at the golden pocket. Sometimes it doesn't go down all the way to the, you know, 0.65, but certainly to the 0.618. most times. If you go back and look at the 2017 bull run when he had dips, usually you're bought up. And if we go really low, it should get bought up at the 0.786 fib level of 34,334. I wouldn't wait. I mean, if you're buying the dip, I wouldn't wait for that. I mean, you could have a small bag of money if it goes that far, but I would be mostly in at this 37,521, and you want to put your prices maybe a little above that because everybody's going to be hammering at that number if it hits, and your order might not fill. So let's see how much of a percentage drop that would be from where we are now. Almost 10%, 9.5. Let's take a look at million token. Let me put it back on the 4-hour chart. So million token's been actually following Bitcoin pretty closely. If we have a 9.5% drop, that's going to put us back below $13, somewhere around $12.60 something cents. We could get support at this yellow box, because it seems like there's some good support there, but we've only touched it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and it got bought up real fast. So, yeah, and or maybe we can get bought up at this trend line here, but I don't usually like diagonal trend lines. More likely, if we break this yellow box, we could have a big scare. Like somebody would be like who was holding might just say I'm out and might try to buy the dip, but the dip's going to get bought up quickly. I mean, look at this massive wick here when we dropped from $13.68 all the way down to like $11. That was just the wick alone was a drop of almost 20%. So, or you could say the wick up was 24%. So it's going to get bought up really, really quick. Let me take a look at how it looks on the 5-minute chart, just where we were. Okay, it doesn't show my yellow box in the 5-minute chart. I just wanted to see how long we were actually at those low levels. And you never know. It could happen also while you're sleeping. So if you don't have limit orders on Polygon, they're probably not going to get filled. So, I think that's another reason why the volume's so low is because, even I'm waiting. What is Bitcoin going to do? Is Bitcoin going to break out and go past this, descending line here and go up? I think this community is kind of split. I think overall, most people think we're in the middle of a bull run, but we're just not sure if we're going to go to lower levels. For me, the golden pocket is usually the way to play it. So, this is September, and September is usually the worst month for crypto. And we just have tomorrow, September 30th, and then Friday's October 1st. So it's, I don't know how long, if we go down to the golden pocket, I don't know if it's going to be rapid like tomorrow, or if it's going to be, the weekend. It could be the weekend because there's not a lot of liquidity in the markets on the weekend because, institutions are just wants to do Monday through Fridays when the stock market's open. So wait and see. And that's why I think, the volume is kind of low. Speaking of Discord, I go to Discord for the lounge and the technical analysis usually. And I also like the analytics. Sometimes I pick up some information there. But anyway, so you see comments like this. It feels like there's no future for MM right now, and then you got a guy playing a trumpet over some drinks. He's looking very gloomy and sad. So that's signs that the bottom's in. I know it doesn't feel good, but when I see that and I see the extreme fear of like 24, I think I posted out on my Twitter page. Yeah, extreme fear today was 24. You got to hang in there. I mean, this is the worst month for September for crypto. So, yeah. So I see we got somebody in the comment section. Proba says, "Good day, Timothy." Well, good day to you also. And so that's most of what was happening in the charts. I noticed 1,500 residents of small town Missouri will receive 1,000 in Bitcoin from their mayor That hit the news today. I thought, wow, so great. And Coinbase had tweeted something about the SEC BTF might be getting approved soon, but it was deleted. I don't need to tell you what happened when gold got an ETF. It skyrocketed. I mean, a lot, like 10x or more for years. But I don't know if that's going to really happen with Bitcoin. It probably will. But you've got these, like Yellen was saying, unrealized capital gains should count as income, which is totally insane, because that would just force everybody to sell their investments in December just so they could pay the taxes. And the first time if this ever passes, the first time they're going to do it, it's going to cause a recession, because people have been in the markets for years. They'd have a huge unrealized gain. They'd sell sometime when they hear about the news, hopefully before the majority of the people do, because their investments would tank. Because most of the money in the market is not, I'm pretty sure is held by long-term holders. Now, if you have a 401k or IRA, that shouldn't affect you. I mean, obviously you can't sell that, but I mean, give them time. They'll find the way to tax everything. But yeah, I mean, if you get taxed on unrealized gains, yeah, I would just see a massive crash every December. But the first time they do it, I mean, it's going to cause a total collapse of the market. Nobody's going to want to invest anymore, because every time you'd sell, or it'd just be ordinary income. Like they take 30-40% right off the top, and you can't even get but like 10 or 13% a year in the stock market usually. I just don't think they know what they're doing. Nobody, it's just going to push crypto more. But people could say, "Oh, I forgot my keys." Tax that. I've heard Michael Saylor say that, or the typical meme of "I lost my keys in a boating accident." Oh my gosh! And then what happens if you have unrealized losses? Are they going to give you money back? Or if you pay taxes on unrealized gains but didn't sell the investment, but then later on it drops and you're at a loss, is the government going to give your money back? No. This isn't. I don't see how it could pass. But they want to pay for the $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill, which, if you saw a picture of it right here, what is it? It's huge. And nobody's going to read that. Nobody in Congress is reading that. It's insane. They've got to pass something law that if you're going to pass a bill, it should be like 50 pages or less, because you could throw anything in there. It's I don't even know where this country's going anymore. I know. So what else is in the news today? Anything else in the news? Yeah, I catch missiles stuff at night. He always has something to, he's the guy that's talking the most about Million Token on the internet. I know there's some stuff going on at Discord, but you really have to be in Discord to know what's going on. And I don't even know what's really going on there. I know there's some, off the top of my head, they were giving out NFT airdrops for, I guess, holders of Polygon. And I know there's the staking thing on Million Farm, right? Let me see if I can pull that up. Let's see now. I think it's this one. Is it the top one? They're working on it. Yeah, I think this is it. We get Simba coins or something for governance. They're working on it. It's not out yet, but they want to come up with some type of staking program. I guess you'd have to stake your Million Token, get it locked up, and then you get coins in return for voting privileges, right? And of course, those governance tokens have value, and then they usually get sold at whatever prices. But then whoever buys them, I don't know if you could buy them just flip them for a sale. Hopefully somebody else will want to buy it. But if the people that want to vote buy them, then you're just buying votes. So if you have a lot of million token, you're gonna probably have a lot of extra money on the side. And if people are selling their governance tokens, then you're just buying votes. I guess that's the American way, right? You just give out free money and you get voted in office. Same thing. I like the idea of staking because you don't sell your prevents people from selling their tokens. Good and bad. The bad thing is like what happens when December comes around and there's signs of a huge correction. Let's say it drops, 70% in a day, which is like a really erratic move, and then has a big wick up. It's probably a sign that this thing's going to roll over like it did at the end of 2017, and you don't want to have your million, staked up, locked up, but you want to sell at least some of it. So, I generally I'm not going to stake my coins unless I absolutely have to. Like if you first got into Hex, you had to stake your coins for at least a year. And you can lock them up for longer, but you had to, I think, lock them up for at least a year, which I did because I got them free anyway. So I was for. I think he gave you 10% you could have, but you had to lock up the other 90%. So anyway, that's off topic, but yeah, Discord's got some stuff going on in the background, but I don't know all of it. So. And I just read it, and I think in their announcements that I think they're going to do a podcast or something telling us, let's see, Jacuzzi Bar Talks, a million podcasts. So this is in the right step. I'm hoping they're going to have like somebody talk about this, what's going on behind the scenes from Discord on YouTube. Because if you're trying to attract new investors, they're not going to come to Discord. Right, they're going to be searching on Twitter, on the internet, and YouTube. And as somebody that is still kind of new to the whole Discord stuff, I don't know. It's a lot of reading to go through, and I'm just here for the social aspect of it. But if I was doing research, I would be as a new investor. I'd look at Twitter and mainly YouTube. So maybe that's what they're doing here. So, whatever you guys are working on Discord, just put it out on YouTube and I'll subscribe to your channel and I'll follow you, whatever the highlights are, what you guys are working in the background. So they're working on their governance token and hopefully it'll be out soon, where Missile or Carl and his tech crew, they came out with a thing where they just look at the blockchain, and the longer you have held your coins without selling, the more voting privileges you have, which I think is, brilliant. And so, let me see if I have it here. So you would hook up your wallet. This is just an alpha test. They're just still working out, and you could vote blue or red. And it looks at your Ether or your wallet address, and it looks at both your Polygon, your ETH blockchain, and your Pancake Swap or Binance Smart Chain. So it looks at all your million token, even if you have one address for all three of them, it'll add it up, and then you'll get a weighted average. And like right here, somebody had 452 MMs with the voted balance of 14,697. So yeah, the longer you held, like let's say if two people both had like 5 million, 5 million, I wish, like 500 million token, but one person held their tokens longer, his voting privileges or weighted would be more, if that makes sense. And I think if you have a transfer out or a transfer out, or if you sell, it kind of resets everything. So it discourages from selling, just like, staking would, but you have the privilege. You still have the option of selling if you had to, like, let's say you had a medical bill or something also. It doesn't have to be a market crash. So there was something that was discussed on Carl's channel, which was a good point, was something like, well, the people that have already transferred their coins in and out of wallets, they've kind of been penalized because you've been reset. So the one idea was, why not just start that as day one when we start, or when Carl starts this governance protocol? Seems fair. However, it kind of penalizes the people that, I've been preaching is, you buy and hold from day one. And if you're gonna, like, let's say you bought on, July 1st or that first week in July, and you haven't sold anything, resetting those people to the date of, whenever this starts, it could be sometime in October. Now you're hurting those people. So, I'll let them. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not saying, I'm not giving, what is the correct answer. But I think generally, it's taught from the Bitcoin OGs, you just buy and hold, and that's what I've been trying to teach everybody in the Million Token community. So, I still think it should be held. The people that have been holding the longest should have the most voting privileges if they have not sold. And obviously, somebody like myself wouldn't want a reset date of when this thing's launched. But so far, I like the whole idea, the way it's set up. And the only thing it doesn't take into account is Solana addresses. But there's only like 27 addresses on Solana, and I think the biggest whale there was like 300. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. So this is Solana. All right. These are the owners, histories, distribution. This is not the one I wanted to see, but we have this guy's got 325 million token at number one. Not a lot. I mean, it's a good amount, right? But the next one's 56, 23, 21, 11. And I know it's because it just, the liquidity is not there for, but you could scalp and sell if the price is, widely different than Uniswap and Polygon's price. But I think there's only like 27 people using Solana. Here's another link. SolScan. Yeah, I've got 25 holders right here. It says that's it. Max total supply 471. Yeah. Here's your top whale of 325. So I think it's a small, drop in the bucket if we can't include Solana holders in the voting. But it'd be nice if we could integrate it. Not sure how we do it. I'm not a tech person. I see Carl's on in the chat now. Give me a second to read these. Yeah, the reset date is for people who didn't know they would get penalized. It sucks for early hodlers. There's no perfect answers. We can do Solana later. Yeah, it's you don't need. It's not important right now. Yeah. So you are gonna. Has it been decided you're gonna do the reset date? So the early people that have been holding like me get screwed. So I had a question on the voting thing for Carl. My question is, if you do a transfer into your address, you're transferring Million Token into your address, is that going to hurt that wallet? Yeah, because I can understand if you transfer out of Million Token, your reset I can understand the reset then. But if I'm transferring Million Token into a wallet, I don't think it should hurt. I don't know if the tech devs can figure that out. I'm sure you're gonna iron it out. But yeah, I was playing around with the voting thing, and I didn't have any problems with my wallets, and I used like 3 different wallets. Okay, Carl says no, transferring into your wallet does not hurt time factor. Good, that's cool. Very very cool. Yeah, yeah. Only out and liquid providing, which is I can understand that, but if you're providing liquidity, you're basically trading. It's like a trading bot working on your behalf. And sells. Yep. Buys and transfers and do not hurt. Let me just share my screen real quick. Let me see. Pull it up. And then so other people could read it as you're typing. Yep, I see. I'll catch your podcast, YouTube, Twitch thing. Probably. I usually watch it while I'm at work at let's see now, probably 2 a.m. my time, which would be like 3 a.m. No, 1 a.m. your time. So I think that's about it. So I'm short term bearish on the market just because this pole extension from the descending triangle kind of matches up with the golden pocket I've been talking about for days now. We're at the end of September. We got the weekend coming up. I'm gonna, if the price goes down to in this yellow box here, I mean, we're basically at the same price I bought last time. I feel like I need to buy more, but if we go down to these lower levels of 1345 or lower, I'm definitely going to pick something up over the weekend, a couple $1,000, not a huge buy, but yeah, if we have a market scare down below, $11 or lower, and Bitcoin is, it's just so hard to catch these wicks. I mean, I see Carl buy like, hundreds of millions of tokens or whatever. And I feel that FOMO. I just want to buy like another 1%. But I know if I cash out my Bitcoin to get another 1%, I'm going to have to pay taxes. And then what happens if the market does roll over, right? Let's say it continues rolling over through the end of the year. And then I'm going to wind up paying a huge tax bill, and I'm gonna have to cash out more Bitcoin just to pay my taxes at when the price is already down so much. So I want more million token, but I don't want to cash out investments because of the big tax hit that'd be taken. So I'll just play. I mean, I want to buy so much right now at these prices. I mean, I've been dollar cost averaging with each paycheck, and I'm still living from paycheck to paycheck, but I put my investment money aside and dollar cost average. So, but if it goes down low, down to $11, and let's say Bitcoin hits the golden pocket and then goes back up to like 42,000 or whatever, and we can't, for some reason we can't break resistance, and we start rolling over, and some December Christmases are great and some aren't. I've had many bad Christmases because Bitcoin doesn't want to go up. I've had more bad Christmases than good Christmases. So if it keeps going down, then I'll have plenty of opportunity to buy some super cheap million token with future paychecks. I mean, I'll just have to think about it that way. Right. If the crypto market, if we're not halfway through the bull market and we make much lower lows, I'm sure we're going to go back below $12, right? We got this huge gap here, and people are just going to panic sell. I know it. But if they panic sell and it's a slow grind down over the next 3 months, there's going to be plenty of time to buy the dip. It's just these wicks are really hard to catch. So, and that's where I think that's what's going to happen. Okay, Brittany says, I think we're either going to be around the same price by the end of the year or higher. For Bitcoin. Well, I hope you're wrong because I'm hoping, Bitcoin is going to skyrocket because usually the last 3 months of the year is when Bitcoin performs the best. So let me pull up the weekly chart. So we're going to be approaching October, and let me go to October of 2017, which is somewhere around here. And we went up 324%, which is a more than a 4x gain on your investment. Let's just say we get a 3x from where we are now. 3 times 41,286. That would put Bitcoin at $123,000, 124,000, somewhere around there. Yeah, million token for me. I'm going to repeat what Reproba said. He says, "Won't catch me panic selling." Yeah, I'm not selling. I mean, Carl's doing so much work on his Lion governance proposal, which is still in testing. You've got Discord doing their version of governance token with Shiba Coin or something like that. I don't know. Simba Coin, I think that's what it's called. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. And it seems like, both camps are doing things on their own. I think Carl might be doing a debate with Carlos in the future. I don't know if that's going to pan out. It should be interesting, but I'm not picking sides. I like people, if they have their own vision, just start their own Discord or channel or community, because people could be, I'm a part of both communities. I'm part of, the Discord. I like the social stuff. And I like Carl's vision of Million Token too. So for me, it's both good for both worlds. We're all hoping to increase the value of Million Token, which would increase the price because we're all want to make money off of this. But it's still early. I'm right now not in profit. I don't think. Not until we break like $20, then I'll be in profit. But if the price goes down lower, my risk tolerance, is high. But I've also don't have a huge net worth in Million Token if it goes down lower. So for me, it's just buying opportunities. And I'm so tempted to cash out some investments to buy more of this, but that tax hit is going to be a monster for me. And if the market does continue to go down, it's going to be a double whammy for me. Yeah, there's let me see if I can find it. I don't know if I can find the exact link, but there's like this dune.xyz page of analytics. I don't know if this is it. Probably not. No, that's not it. But it showed like 40% of people are hodlers. But I don't know what their definition of hodlers are. It could be, I don't know. It doesn't mean that you don't sell all of it. Maybe just a small percentage. But it was a good percentage of people were hodling. Anyway, it was like, go to Discord to find the link under analytics. It was like dune.xyz something. I'm surprised I don't have it up here. Charting. I think this might be it. Yeah, Dune XYZ, Million Token. I don't know how up to date this is. So Million Token hodlers, more than 1 somewhere in here there's a chart of how many people hodl, and that's quite a lot. In fact, if you go to Discord and then go look for analytics, here it is. Probably in here somewhere is a chart showing what the percentage of hodlers are. I'm looking. I can't find it. But I think it was something like 40%. Okay, I think that's it. I mean, the technical analysis is, we're going sideways, and when if Bitcoin dumps like 4%, usually a million token dumps 4%. It's not like it dumps a lot more than Bitcoin. And I think that's because, we've already had our bear market. I think I read somewhere that somebody said we went from $40 to $200 in a day. Did we go up that much in a day? I don't think. Did we? Let's see now. Okay, here's $63. Let's see now. Here's let's see now on the July 12th, we went as low as $30. And then the next day, let me close that out. Yeah. July 12th, $30. And the next day on the 13th, it went up to $226. So if you bought the bottom in literally like one day or 48 hours, you could have gone up like almost 6x your money, or 7x, because that's 583%. Yeah, that was just crazy. We're not going to see something like that happen with Bitcoin. I'm going to sell everything. That is crazy. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 days of big giant green candles for 1,578%. That was, let's see now, was $13, and then 3 days later it was $226. Man, people usually cash out when they double their money, and then most people, like 90% of people, will cash out, or a lot of people will cash out when they 10x their money. That's like a magic number. Oh, I 10x my money, I'm going to cash out. So should be interesting. I see Danny Wynn in the chat. How you doing, man? Okay, it's a pleasure. I'm gonna sign off with some music, so this thing doesn't clip off at the end. And hang in there. We got one more day of September and the weekend, and then I think things will basically improve, hopefully by next week. But this is a patient game of investing. It's just, you've got to, that's what hodling is all about. And if you've got the money, buy the dips. For me, my goal right now is I'll buy some when we get to this bottom of the channel at $13.50. I'll buy some then. I'll have a little bit of money left over. And if we go break below it, I probably will be out of money if we hit like $12 for me. And then if we have a panic dump and Bitcoin doesn't dump, I'll probably will sell some investments just to buy up the scared money that people selling a million token. Okay, that's it. I'll talk to everybody later. If you like this stuff, give me a like, subscribe, and comment something down below. I read everything. Thank you.